So here's the thing, quarantine got me a little bit fucked up because it's been hard to come up with video ideas. But I thought about it and I was like, I made a video a few weeks ago talking about how I was a simp in elementary school. And I was like, you know what? I was a simp in elementary school, I'm not gonna lie. But it was not as bad as my middle school simping years. I'm just saying, in middle school, I was simping hard as fuck. And I'm about to explain my 6th and 7th grade. That was the prime of my simping. I swear to God, I was simping hard, white knighting the shit out of people. Right, Shrew, Andy Bernard level, perhaps, like maybe like a step or two away, but I was simping hard and it was cringy as fuck. And just thinking back to it, I have to get this off my chest, especially on this YouTube channel. This YouTube channel is the perfect place to get my simping years out of my chest. Now, these are the final chapters. This is where the saga ends, because after 7th grade, I became a cold-hearted sauce god. Swear to God. Well, not a sauce god, because like I ain't pulling no hoes, but you know, I don't know what to call it, but I became something. But before we get started with this video, please be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and share. And you know what? Subscribe, please. I know I just said subscribe, share, all that shit before, but subscribe. It takes literally no time. It takes like 2 seconds to click that subscribe button and hit that notification bell. So it would mean the world to me to do that. And yeah, without further ado, let's get started. Time to talk about my childhood and how terrible it was. So it's 2015, 2016, started middle school, and you know, I guess you could say I was kind of like Greg Heffley, you know, when it came to expectations in middle school, because I thought middle school would be this great, cool, hip environment where I get to make a lot of friends and get to clap a lot of girls and get to, you know, have a lot of fun, and you know, I'm gonna just be the smooth guy, you know what I mean? But when I walked in, it was the complete opposite, bro. I went to one of the most ghetto middle schools in the county. You know, a lot of shit went down there. Girls were sucking dudes' dicks in the forest. You know, it was just a really, really ratchet place. So, you know, with all that in mind, it took a while to get used to it. To, you know, get this kind of mentality of like, all right, a lot of people are gonna make fun of you here. You gotta try your best to stay low key, try to keep your cool. Now, that's obviously not what I did, and you know, the end result wasn't me exactly getting made fun of throughout my middle school years, but it was just me ending up becoming an extremely cringy person, I should say. Like, I was extremely cringy in my eyes. Ibra now versus Ibra back then, we wouldn't mix well. I'd probably beat the shit out of him if I had the chance, but you know, that happened. So let's talk about the simping, all right? So I went through all my classes, right? You know, there's some cute ass girls there. I wasn't gonna lie. I wasn't gonna cap. Middle school was definitely an upgrade from elementary school, but that's normal. But anyways, we get to my 6th period, right? 6th period. So I had science, and I had this really cool science teacher, and I got to sit next to one of my future best friends. At the time, you know, throughout the 6th grade year in general, we weren't exactly best friends, but you know, we were cool with each other. We were chilling. Shout out to Jonathan. But yeah, you know, I got to make friends with a lot of people that I still talk to today. You know, the majority of the people I talk to today, we went to the same middle school, and you know, we were vibing, you know, having the best years of our lives, even though we went to an extremely shitty middle school. And you know, I won't forget about those times. And yeah, but anyways, there's this girl at our table, and for some reason I found her attractive. Now today, not so much, alright? I kind of regret it. I'm like, Ibra, come on. But at the time, I found a lot of people attractive. You know, I really didn't have much of a filter up until now, but I found her attractive. So, you know, she was easy to talk to, which is pretty normal back in middle school, because a lot of people should be easy to talk to. You know, she played Clash of Clans. So I was like, you know what? I was just now starting to hate the game, but perhaps I can make this girl my girlfriend by playing Clash of Clans with her. Because before then, I was ready to delete the game, alright, on my trap phone, on my old small Samsung phone. I was ready to delete the game and be like, fuck it, bro, there's no point in playing it. But I was like, now Clash of Clans might be my chance, might be my breakaway to get that small little bit of coochie. Now, listen, when I was explaining this to one of my friends, one of them just so happened to be a girl. She was like, oh no, that's just cute, you know, you're just trying to have a good conversation. I was like, no, you don't understand. Middle school me wasn't saying it for the conversation. I wasn't playing it for the conversation. I was playing it for the coochie. I was in there specifically for the coochie. I was like, yo, this must be my breakaway. Alright, now listen. Just to be clear, I wasn't sipping too hard in 6th grade. It starts to get extremely bad in 7th grade. But this was kind of like the boost up, you know what I'm saying? Like from elementary school to middle school, this was kind of like the boost up. So my 6th grade year was kind of the boost up. So, you know, I was really close with this girl and shit, and we used to play Clash of Clans. We were in the same clan, you know, we were just vibing, right? And something really happened that seriously got me pissed, you know what I mean? And at the time, you know, I had every right to, but now that I think about it, I was like, you know what, I probably should have seen this coming. It was spring. I think it was spring break or whatever. Now, one of my childhood friends, one of my greatest childhood friends, who I don't really see too often anymore, we were sitting on my porch, right? And we had just finished playing soccer for the whole day with a bunch of people. And, you know, we were just sitting on my porch. Now, I wanted to know who this girl liked because I was extremely convinced that she liked me. I don't know why, I don't know how, but she just came off as an extremely friendly person, and you know what that does to simps, you know, that just makes them assume that they must like you, you know? So that happened, and you know, I had a strong feeling. I was like, yo, this might be my first ever girlfriend. Holy fuck, this is crazy, she might like me. So I had my friend, you know, close childhood friend, message her, DM her, you know, try to get her to admit who she likes, and you know, it took a long time. But when she finally spilled the beans, I was like, yo. Before I get on to that, let me explain how it went down. This is the funny part. So she was throwing hints at first, right? So she was like, alright, person I like plays soccer. I was like, yo, I play soccer. And at the time, I used to love soccer, alright? I thought that I'd be going to the league, MLS, Premier League. I thought I was going up. And nowadays, I don't like soccer too much. I don't watch it at all. I don't play it at all anymore. You know, I just kind of drove myself away from it, and I lost passion for it. But at the time, I loved that shit. At the time, I was playing it 24/7. I tried making the middle school soccer team, and yeah. So she was like, alright, someone who likes soccer. I was like, yo, I like soccer. You know what I'm saying? Pretty short. I was like, 4'6", where you at? 4'6", where you at? So like, yeah, I was hyping myself up. I was like, yo, this is the time. And then she was like, he's in our science class. I was like, bro, sorry, what's good, bro? I'm about to, you know what I'm saying? I'm about to go crazy. No, keep in mind, she wasn't that cute. Now that I think about it, she wasn't. It wasn't it, chief. So that happened. I was like, okay, it's really about to go down, bro. It's really about to go down. And then she says a completely other nigga. Now, I don't know how I didn't see that coming. I don't know how I was like, oh, maybe it's that other dude. I wasn't thinking about that. My mind was deluded. I had this thought in my head that maybe, just maybe, this girl wants to fuck with me. Alright? You know, just maybe she wants to like me and she wants to hang out with me. Now, that obviously wasn't the case. And myself, you know, being who I am, being not so powerful of a simp, I kind of took it. I was like, alright, you know what? Now is probably the time to ghost her. Yes, I did ghost her. And now that I think about it, I'm like, bro, why? You know, I could have at least stayed friends, you know, and just try to maintain that friendly relationship. But at the time, I was like, well, if that doesn't work, then why even bother trying? That was my mentality for a lot of things. So I was like, well, she doesn't like me, might as well delete Clash of Clans. So that's what I did. I deleted Clash of Clans, a big whoop, it's whatever, I don't really fucking care. I'm not gonna carry on about all the other embarrassing shit I did, like that one time that dude tried to fucking beat the shit out of her in the cafeteria, and I gave him the death stare for the rest of the lunch period. I'm not gonna go on about how much of a simp I was and how much of an idiot I was in middle school, because middle school are the absolute cringiest years of anyone's lives. You can ask anyone. Middle school is always that period in time. I don't know why, but that's just how it is. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and share. This is Ibra signing out. About to sign out, edit this video, about to vibe and all that shit. Watch some South Park. I'm a dip now, alright?